Now, the next thing that I want to go over is how to use makeup as a male. Makeup is one of the best Looksmaxxes out there if you know how to use it, right?
Okay, so his point was if you don't get caught, it's fine. And if you're trying to do it to get girls, it's fine. And he's saying that we should wear makeup to enhance our looks. Like, what type of feminine mindset do you have, bro? You don't want to go to the gym. You want to have fake shoulders and wear makeup and not get caught. Nah, bro, this cannot be real.
Can't see a damn thing, fake walk. Can't see a damn thing, fake walk.
Yes sir, what's good y'all? Welcome back to another video. Today I just took my last final for the semester. I am officially on winter break, and it's actually absurd how different life is when you have academic stress versus when you don't. For example, when you're in school, you have like a small assignment coming up in the next 2 days. Then you have a huge project due in a week, and then you have 2 exams that are coming up in about 2 weeks. So you're watching a YouTube video, you're chilling, and out of nowhere, your heart just drops. Your breathing rate gets faster. You start thinking like, oh my God, wait, no, this is not what I should be doing right now. I gotta work on my assignment. If I don't finish this small assignment that's due in 2 days, I'm not gonna have enough time to finish my huge project that's due in a week. And then I'm not gonna have enough time to study for my 2 exams. You go from having these sporadic anxiety attacks, panic attacks, whatever you call it, to finishing your last final and then not having anything due. And it's one of the craziest experiences. Like, as a student, you have this voice in your head that randomly comes out of nowhere and just does a little background check if you have any assignments due in the upcoming weeks. Sometimes that lets you down and you forget about an assignment, but usually my voice is pretty good. However, when you're done with school and you're on break, this voice still stays there and it tells you, yo, I don't have anything due. Say you've been getting abused for 4 months straight, and then one day your abuser doesn't show up, and you're just left wondering, when am I gonna get my next beating? Today? Tomorrow? You're looking forward to it. No, but all jokes aside, I am super happy we finished off this semester. I had an amazing semester. This is my second to last semester, inshallah. Next semester is going to be my final semester. This morning around 11 a.m. I had my last final, and then after that I came home and took the biggest nap ever. That post last final nap just hits different. And also on top of that, I'm actually gonna be going to Umrah at the end of this month. So around December 30th to like January 11th for 10 days, me, my wife, and my mom, we're gonna be going to Umrah. And I am extremely excited. This is my second time going. The last time I went was December of 2020. I went around peak COVID. So we've had this Umrah trip planned for about a year, and now we're gonna be going there inshallah in like 2 weeks. I cannot express how thrilled I am going with my mom and my wife for the first time. I'm gonna make sure I vlog there for you guys and just hold on to these memories inshallah for the rest of my life. So right now I just made my pre-workout. Before I go to the gym, I wanted to react to a couple of videos with you guys. So I don't know if you guys heard about this guy. His name is Clavicular, and he's basically a Looksmaxxing guy. I think he's like one of the top Looksmaxxers. If you guys don't know what Looksmaxxing is, it's essentially trying to make yourself look better, but it's beyond just exfoliating and using face wash. It's actually like taking a hammer and bashing your bones to make your indents better and doing all these weird things. So I've seen a couple of his clips here and there, and this guy is like the weirdest guy on the internet, I believe. I have a couple clips here and I wanted to react with you guys and just see what this guy's about. Okay, so Clavicular shows the best method to maximize your looks. Let's check this out.
All right, let me show the boys the method to really like maximize.
Okay, I'm trying to maximize my looks too.
All right, so here's
Let's see what we're gonna do. What's that?
About to go out. I haven't been to the gym in about 3 weeks, so
okay.
Hence the lack of gains. Essentially,
what is he doing,
do, fellas, is tape this
Wait.
to your delts. So
No.
you look like you have a little bit of size on you.
No
like
way.
And all you're doing is partying
Are you
all the time and not lifting.
Bro,
Boom. You see that? Is that autistic?
is that
What do you think? Let's see how it looks. Oh yeah, boys.
what?
Oh yeah. That's what's up. All right, other side.
That's what's other side. Okay, I'm just gonna
say
pause
some
that
more.
right there. Yo, this man just took like a shoulder pad and stuck it onto his shoulders. So this is the method, huh? Damn, bro, I should have figured this out a while ago. I don't know why I did all those shoulder raises. I have shoulders today too. You know what? I might just not go to the gym and just put some adhesives on my shoulder and call it a day.
Now we tape this on to the other delt. I think that looks good.
Okay,
right
so you gotta
there.
obviously put it on both delts for the symmetry.
Boom.
And you just,
Now we're all padded up.
That's
ready
it?
to go. Delts are looking crisp.
delts are looking
See that?
crisp.
See that, boys?
Okay, boys.
Now we're mogging.
Nah, man. If you get caught having shoulder pads on your delts, just wearing a normal t-shirt and you're not a football player, you need to actually like get bullied. This cannot be the method, bro. This is disgraceful for all those hundreds and hundreds of shoulder raises that I've been doing.
Now, the next thing that I want to go over is how to use makeup as a male and how to Looksmaxx with it, right? So makeup is one of the best Looksmaxxes out there if you know how to use it, right? So makeup is obviously a huge phalo for normies and all the societal implications, rather. Oh, dude, that's gay, this, that, and the other thing. It's like, yeah, you're gay if you're walking into a bar with a face full of makeup, but if we could subtly improve upon ourselves and just give ourselves a little bit more of a sharpened look, then I see no reason why we shouldn't do that, right? If you know what you're doing, you're not going to get caught. No one's going to fucking know. So explain to me how that's gay. If something helps you get more girls and improve your looks, that's gay? I don't fucking think so.
Okay, so his point was if you don't get caught, it's fine. And if you're trying to do it to get girls, it's fine. And he's saying that we should wear makeup to enhance our looks. Like, what type of feminine mindset do you have, bro? You don't want to go to the gym. You want to have fake shoulders and wear makeup and not get caught. Nah, bro, this cannot be real. This guy's been on those Fresh and Fit podcasts, the Red Pill podcast, like these very masculine podcasts, and they haven't called him out for anything. It seems like they're cool with him. Like, yo, is this the new generation of masculinity? Like, we're not going to the gym no more. We're just putting on, like, bro.
School starting. What are some good fraud maxes you can do? Well, the best fraud max is going to be shoe lifts.
Wait, did he just say fraud max? Wait, let's go back a little bit.
Max is going to shoe lifts. Shoe lifts are the best way to fraud. The next good fraud method that you could do is obviously BB cream, right? If you're someone who's struggling with acne, you just put a little bit of concealer on your under eyes, put a little bit of concealer on your different breakouts. You know, with BB cream, it's quite literally the best fraud that you could do. Other good frauds that you could do, you could use contour to give yourself hollow cheeks, right? That's a good fraud, but that's a little bit more advanced. But I'd say that makeup and shoe lifts are the best way to fraud. Makeup and shoe lifts.
Makeup and shoe lifts are the best way to fraud max. You forgot about shoulder padding too. Is he wearing makeup right now? You cannot be preaching to kids to wear makeup and shoe lifts and using all these obscure little techniques to make yourself look better than you are, but you're lying to yourself and lying to people around you.
Okay, just make sure you don't get caught. If you're pledging and you're trying to wear shoe lifts and there's some stupid fucking challenge that the frat jesters make you do, imagine the laughing stock that you're gonna be after, you know, you take off your shoes and they look inside of your, you know, already lifted Air Force Ones and they find 3 inches of insoles. Oh man, will you be fucked? Will you be fucked? You might as well not only drop out of the frat, but transfer out of school.
Okay, so I'm glad he himself says you don't want to get caught doing this fraud maxing shit. If you are not considered a people pleaser by trying to do all this, there's a fine line between trying to improve yourself. And yes, I 100% believe if you are a better looking person, especially as a male, you get more opportunities than you do if you're not as good looking. And yes, there's a certain genetic element to that, but even then, if you take care of your face by, you know, using proper hydration, moisturizing, exfoliating, wearing sunscreen, take care of your hair, take care of your hygiene, brushing your teeth, wearing a nice cologne, dressing up nice, like that's gonna level you up 10 to 20%. But then doing all this stuff is just so bogus. Like, this is the wrong message, y'all. If you're young or if you have a young sibling and he's watching this guy, please tell him that this is cap. Like, the proper way to do is actually fixing habits within yourself, not fraud maxing.
I mean, why work hard when you can just get it like that?
Yeah.
Why
Literally.
train for 5 or 10 years to get the physique what you want?
Literally.
When you can just abuse steroids and get it in 5 months.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Well, like, what?
You solved the puzzle.
Yeah, you understand it. He understands it.
Why? And this may seem cliche,
Okay, let's hear it.
but it's all
Let's
about
hear
the
this go.
journey rather than the destination.
This guy.
What's so funny?
What
my
is this,
God.
a Disney movie?
It's all about the journey. Okay, what the fuck are you talking about? You think the journey is being in a sweaty ass gym, okay, full of a bunch of fucking gym cells and disgusting sweaty beasts. Okay, that's the journey. Okay, so if that's what you want, you know, have the fuck at it. You know, go do your fucking journey, my G. But goddamn, I'm trying to spend as little time in that fucking shithole as possible. I hate the gym. Okay, quite frankly.
Okay, my point proven. And what was the caption? The caption was, Clav explains why he started taking tests at 14. This guy literally said that you don't need to work hard in the gym. You just need to take tests because the journey doesn't matter and you don't want to be around sweaty dudes and go to the gym because he hates going to the gym. Like, if you're telling me that this is accurate and actually a logical way of thinking and a good mindset to have, you would need to be checked out by a specialist, because this is probably one of the worst mindsets to have. People try to chase the easy way, the fast way, but they forget that it comes with a cost, and they forget that it's temporary if you don't build a foundation. If you start taking testosterone and not going to the gym, yes, it's scientifically proven you are going to increase your muscle mass because testosterone is a hormone that induces muscle synthesis. But you know what's going to happen? When you come off of testosterone, your hormones are going to plummet, and also you're going to lose a lot of that muscle mass, and it's been proven, because if you don't have a foundation, that muscle is not going to be able to stay there, especially if you don't work out at all.
I'm going to teach you how to bone smash. Number one is always lubricate.
Okay, so this is one of his proteges. Going to teach us how to
Today
bone
we're going to do the
smash.
zygos. Never use a hammer. This is how you become asymmetrical. Always use this part of your hand, preferably the top part of the bottom part of your knuckle here. I always start going light just to numb everything and make everything numb.
Wait, hold up.
You want to go all along the zygo and go as hard as possible like that.
Wait, what? Nah, bro.
Then apply moisturizer when you're done as well.
Nah.
You should notice some minor swelling, but nothing too crazy.
Is this what we're doing now? We're just smashing our faces and not going to the gym? This is not the method, y'all. This is actually depressing. There's so many young kids out there that are like, yo, I need to look good, I need to get girls, and they're thinking this is the way.
Yo, question. I'm here with the best boxer of all time, Ryan Garcia. Can you Looksmaxx him real quick and give him a quick rating?
All right, let's do it. Above average for sure. I think he's got to dye the eyebrows a bit darker.
Okay.
You know, maybe a slight facial downgraft with the jaw surgery.
Okay.
Make the face a little bit taller.
Okay.
Certainly could, you know, let's see what else. Maybe get the beard follicles removed.
Okay.
So that you look a little younger.
I like it. I f with that. I like this advice. This bro.
That'd be a good start.
Hey, come on. 10. Be a real
I'm
one.
gonna give you a 6 out of 10.
Let's go. I'll take that. I'll
A
take
6 out of
3.
10. First of all, that is hella gay. If Ryan Garcia is a 6 out of 10, I'm a 0 out of 10.
You go to the gym every day?
Fuck no, I haven't gone to the gym in like 2 weeks.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You eat healthy?
No.
Seriously?
No, not at all. I eat fast food every day.
So why are you so buff?
Testosterone.
Classic. Just another primary example of what not to do. Let's not go to the gym. Let's just eat fast food, clog up the arteries with high cholesterol, and destroy our hormones.
Do this anymore, but I used to.
Wait, is he taping socks?
I'll look like this actually.
Neon's shoulders?
Bro, this is fucking insane, bro.
Yeah.
Why work out when you can just tape socks to your chest or whatever this
Your
part
delt,
of
your
delt.
Looking good. Looking
Yo, what
good.
you think, chat?
Chat, what do you think?
Alright, so he's teaching the ways of fraud maxing, basically. So take a couple pairs of socks, tape it onto your delts, and you should be fine. You don't need to work out anymore.
This is an OG bone smash. I used to look like this before I went to work every day, and people would always ask me, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, ah, shit, I don't know, bone smashing?
I'm gonna stop this one right there. Like, look at this guy. You honestly just need to get lean for your facial structure to pop out more.
No one else is fucking, you know, using steroids at 14 years old. That was me.
You steroids at 14?
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn, he's proud. No one else started using steroids at 14 years old. That was me. That's how he said it. He said it with his chest out. That was me. Are we gonna start bragging like this? Yo, no one else cheated their way. I did it first, bro. I was the first cheater.
When do you say you're gonna be maxed? What's the maximum amount of looks that you're gonna achieve?
I think I'll reach my max looks maybe in about a year and a half to 2 years.
And what's the protocol? What's going to go into that? What's next on the checklist?
So what's next on the checklist is something called a double jaw surgery. Now this is going to be done with implants. So I'll pull up the design here for you guys, and I'll show the camera. So they're pretty much going to do a down graft on my face to elongate a little bit, advancement of the lower mandible and the upper maxilla, give the face a little bit more depth, and I'm gonna do that in conjunction with, you know, more gains, more physique.
So he said he's gonna do the surgery and he's gonna add getting more gains. So you're just gonna up your testosterone dosage. You're gonna hop on trend. But when are you gonna be content? Like, you're gonna do this surgery, whatever. It's gonna mess your face up, and then you're gonna look ugly as hell. Like, that's what happens when you're too greedy. Be happy with what you have and work hard in areas where you have control over that's not harming you. And my little 2 cents about this guy and his whole ideology is please stay far, far away from that. Like, first of all, this guy's trying to promote the easy route and getting temporary results at the cost of a high probability of risk to reward ratio. And look, I'm all for working towards things that you're insecure about, but doing all this fraud maxing is not you working towards those things. It's you lying to yourself and going outside to make yourself feel better. And then when you come home, you're taking your shoulder pads off, you're washing off your makeup, and you're going to sleep with a suboptimal physique that you haven't even worked for. And you can't maintain that. Like, how are you going to get a girl that's gonna stay with you and sees you doing this stuff and think you're attractive for doing all this fraud maxing? Honestly, the best way to do it is build discipline, build good habits, drink water every single day, eat healthy, go to the gym, gain muscle, lose fat, and you're gonna look good. A girl's gonna like you for you if you are working hard, if you're disciplined, if you have a good body, if you have a good physique, and you're working towards that. Yeah, man, this guy's a total L. Don't listen to anything he says. But, you know, it's time for me to go to the gym. I'm gonna drink my pre-workout, head to the gym, be around some sweaty beast, hopefully get a nice shoulder pump so I don't have to wear any shoulder pads. All right, so for the first exercise for this fraud maxing day, we're gonna start off with some side laterals, and I usually like doing around like 5-6 sets. I know it might seem like a lot, but I like getting that blood flowing into my shoulders and getting a nice lateral pump. And also very important, especially for smaller muscle groups, you need to make sure you're getting those partial reps in. When I failed the full range of motion, I still kept going right there. Even though that might not seem like a lot, you can feel the muscle tensing up and contracting. That's gonna like squeeze out the set for you. And that basically will grow those shoulder pads for you, so you don't have to stick those on yourself. All right, so moving on after that, we got a shoulder press. This is the Arsenal shoulder press. And bro, I love this one. This feels better because it's like close by. I don't like the ones where you have to go all the way out like this. I feel like that puts more strain on your shoulders. So I'm gonna be doing 3 working sets over here. I usually like having a spotter here because I don't like wasting energy on the lift off portion because that's not really stimulating the muscle as much. Okay. Hell no, that was not going out. I think I gotta stick to 2 plates. Moving on to some chest, I'm gonna start it off with some pec deck flies. This is by far one of my favorite chest exercises. Builds a really good mind to muscle connection. A lot of people still get confused on what a mind to muscle connection is. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's when you're hitting a muscle group, you're targeting that muscle group, you can feel that contraction by thinking about the muscle. It sounds weird, but it's really focusing on that muscle using your mind. So when I'm hitting my chest, I'm really imagining my chest contracting, like I'm picturing it contracting and then I'm picturing it stretching out. And that kind of signals to your muscle cells in that area through your neurons, like focus on this area. When you're combining that with actually lifting heavy and going till failure, that's going to optimize your set. I think I'm gonna do a total of 3 sets over here and then move on to a chest press. Maybe 2 more exercises after that. We'll figure out what we're gonna do when we get there. Now we're moving on to the heavy sets for our chest. And there was a couple tips that I got that actually made this machine more effective at hitting my upper chest. And that's basically lowering down the seat so the handle is aligned with your upper chest. And then secondly, this one actually applies to any type of chest pressing movement. You want to keep your elbows at a 45-degree angle. So you don't want to be flared out too much, or you don't want to be tucked in. So when you flare out, it's actually causing strain on your shoulders. And then when you tuck it in too much, you're starting to focus more on your triceps. So keeping it at a nice 45-degree angle, it's going to optimize keeping that shoulder healthy while also being able to target your chest. So I think over here, I'm only going to do 2 working sets. Alright, right, so I'm gonna be doing one more exercise for my shoulders, and this is really good to take away your momentum. What you wanna do is get a bench, put it at a, what is that, like 45-degree incline, and then get 2 D handles, lower the stack, and then lean back and go up like this. And basically how that takes away the momentum is when you're standing and you're going and the weight gets heavy or you get tired, you're gonna be shaking your body a little bit to help you get that initial lift off. But over here, since you're gonna be resting on this bench, you can't really use your body for that momentum. It's really good for isolating your lateral shoulders or your side shoulders. You also wanna go late on this since you have no momentum to use. You don't wanna injure yourself. Lightweight, high reps works pretty good for this exercise. All right, so I did 2 sets over here. I'm gonna do 2 more sets for some decline cable flies and then check the pump. Okay, let's go check on that pump. All right, so this is me with the hoodie off. And as you guys can see, I'm not saying I have the best shoulders, but you put in the work, you're gonna get those cap shoulders. You don't need to fraud max, you just need to gain max. So let's take off this tank and see what's going on underneath. All right, so this is how the physique is currently looking. Pretty lean, honestly. I just got a little bit of lower belly fat, but this fat is hella stubborn for some reason. It was honestly kind of crazy. Like around 6 months ago, I was dreaming to have abs. And now my abs are basically there. Y'all let me know down in the comments below if I need to hop on some fraud maxing. Because if my shoulders are small, then they're small. And that might be the wave, to be honest. Alright, so my point of this video is don't just try to find the easy route. I believe working efficiently is better than working hard. Cheating and trying to get temporary results at the cost of risking your health or lying to yourself and not actually making a foundation and not actually having tangible gains is not the wave. That's not the way you should do it with anything. Now imagine, put yourself in the mindset of someone who does this fraud maxing shit, right? You put on these shoulder delts, you put on makeup, you're bashing your face, and you look good when you go outside. Let's just say you look really good. You're a handsome Chad. Now you go outside and all these people compliment you, you know, girls come up to you, and that makes you feel really good. Your ego, your confidence is booming. But then that day comes when you're like lazy, you don't want to do all that. You go outside just as your regular self and no one's giving you that attention. Imagine how much you're gonna hate yourself, and that's just gonna turn into a cycle of you wanting to do more extreme things. Instead of doing that, start applying yourself to doing things that are out of your comfort range. Like right now it's 12 a.m. No one's here at this gym. I'm here by myself. I'm hungry. It's cold outside. I was sweating. The second I walk outside, I'm gonna be super uncomfortable. I gotta drive home, then I gotta heat up my food. I gotta eat my food. I can make up all these excuses of why I don't want to do this and just tie socks to my shoulders and feel good about myself. But I know at the end of the day, when I'm by myself in my own thoughts, and the only thing that I can tell myself is the truth, because you can't lie to yourself. You could lie to yourself in front of other people, but you can't lie to yourself when you're alone. And I'm like, damn, bro, I'm not that guy. That girl complimented me on my shoulders and I don't even have shoulders. I'm such a fraud. You're gonna hate yourself. That's literally gonna lead to your downfall. So yeah, I'm gonna conclude the video right over there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, y'all know what to do. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you leave a comment down below and make sure you like this video. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace.